Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Singh. Topping our newscast tonight, officials from Sports, Parks, and Recreation, along with the governor's financial team, testified before senators Wednesday. They were hoping to finally get the bill to rebuild a Frederiksted ballpark moving, and there were demonstrators outside the Senate hoping for the same thing. News 2's Erica Parsons has the story.
While sports, parks, and recreation officials were defending a bill to rebuild the Paulie Joseph Stadium, protesters were outside demonstrating in support of the same bill.
We want jobs! We want jobs!
We feel it's time that the government fix our ballpark in Frederiksted.
The protesters were asked to leave the Senate's premises, and police were called, so they moved across the street.
We were kicked out of a government building which we, the taxpayer, paid for it and is still paying for it.
Senators have voiced concerns in the past over the limited information they've received about the project, even though the funding is already approved.
Based on, some of my concerns with the process of ratification and all of that, which was the language, I got some satisfaction based on my last meeting, and we had sent it to committee. So I'm in support. I'm going to support this.
Demonstrators say rebuilding the baseball stadium that was damaged by Hurricane Hugo 25 years ago will provide much-needed jobs. They say it will also provide alternatives for youth.
I think we should get the ballpark rebuilt.
We're saying to the senators, let's get it built so our kids can have a place to play and we can take the youths off the street.
I travel every year to play baseball outside, and I have teams that want to come here to St. Croix to play. But where probably want to put them to play? We have no facilities.
One senator has been in favor of the project from the start.
I was the only one from St. Croix that voted against sending it back to committee. They should have already passed.
Demonstrators say if the vote today is nay, they'll let their voice be their vote on Election Day.
Those that don't go in August 2nd, we got November. We'll take care of the rest.
Erica Parsons, News 2.
The 5 Senate committee members present voted unanimously to hold the bill in committee once more until they receive more information about the breakdown of the $20 million price tag. The Senate Committee on Culture, Historic Preservation, Youth, and Recreation also met Wednesday to discuss Bill number 30-0453 and Bill number 30-0440, respectively. Bill number 30-0453, sponsored by Committee Chair Senator Myron Jackson, provides for the recognition and respect for sacred national patrimony and the rights of the Taino, Carib, and other Caribbean indigenous peoples. The bill seeks to provide for the placement of Magens Bay on the Virgin Islands Registry of Historic Places, mandates the Department of Planning and Natural Resources to designate Magens Bay as a prehistoric Amerindian site of memory, and requires the Department of Commerce, the process to nominate Salt River Bay a UNESCO World Heritage Site by 2017, and designates August 9th annually as International Day of World's Indigenous People as celebrated by the United Nations. VI students who want a career in hotel management will now have another resource to help them. Earlier this week, a bill sponsored by Senator Tregenza Roach to provide $100,000 in scholarships moved forward and is headed to the governor's desk. The bill amended the Hotel Development Act to make that money available for students who are trying to get a degree in hotel management. Senator Roach also co-sponsored 2 other measures to support the VI's youth, one that would provide funding for Little Leaguers, and another bill that would create a special fund to provide a full 4-year tuition scholarship at any VI school of higher learning. In other news, the Department of Human Services has issued written notices on Monday to approximately 3,000 beneficiaries of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP, territory-wide, who are eligible for the Medical Assistance Program. The department has aggressively solicited federal support from the highest level of the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services, or CMS, to allow SNAP eligibility rules to be used for determining Medicaid eligibility. SNAP recipients who receive a notice are asked to carefully read the information as it pertains to eligibility, complete the enclosed application, and return it by August 31st, 2014 to Department of Human Services, in the stamped envelope provided. Gubernatorial hopeful Melito Smith Jr. is taking his fight to court. On Tuesday, Smith filed petitions in Superior Court to get a decision once and for all over whether or not Lieutenant Governor candidate Basil Otley Jr. met the requirements of a bona fide resident. Smith first filed a complaint with the elections supervisor earlier this month. She declared Otley eligible to run. Smith later filed an appeal with the Elections Board, who upheld the supervisor's decision. Smith says he's withholding any further comment until after the judge's ruling. Well, if you have any information about these crimes or any other persons involved, you are urged to call Crime Stoppers USVI at 1-800-222-TIPS or submit a web tip. Remember, you never have to give your name or appear in court. Crime Stoppers USVI will pay a cash reward of up to $2,500, and you can remain anonymous. Here's this week's Crime Stoppers report. Now, on St. John on July 18, 2014, about 5:30 a.m., police received a report that a male was assaulted and robbed in the area of Woody's. The victim stated that when a male asked him for money and he refused, he was struck with a stick. His black backpack containing his Samsung Galaxy black wallet and $150 in U.S. currency was stolen. He received several bruises that required medical attention. On St. Thomas on Tuesday, July 30, 2013, a victim discovered her wallet was missing. The victim last had her wallet while at the Paragon Medical Building. The footage captured from a security camera on Monday, July 29th at 3:31 p.m. shows an unknown female at the Louis Vuitton store in Yacht Haven Grand. It was verified that the unknown female pictured right there, attired in the black and white clothing, purchased merchandise with the victim's lost credit card. Help police identify the female in the footage. On St. Croix, another incident in which a young man has lost his life due to gun violence. About 3:20 p.m. on Tuesday, July 21st, 2014, 3 people were shot. 19-year-old Eddie Harriet Jr. and 2 companions. Mr. Harriet Jr. eventually succumbed to his injuries. If you know something, say something, as law enforcement cannot control crime without your help. And remember, even the smallest bit of information may be just what is needed to solve these cases. Again, the number to call is 1-800-222-TIPS. Turn our attention overseas. A powerful day inside a Senate hearing room on Capitol Hill. Domestic violence survivors and advocates told emotional stories about abusive relationships and partners who tried to kill them during the Senate Judiciary Committee's first ever hearing on guns and domestic abuse. Craig Boswell is in Washington with more.
I understand that there are a number of domestic violence survivors, if they wouldn't mind standing up.
Domestic violence survivors joined witnesses testifying about abused loved ones who didn't survive.
I am here today to speak with my sister, Zena.
Zena's estranged husband shot and killed her and 2 other women. Her brother and other victims' families want gun law loopholes closed.
Federal law is a shadow of what it should be in protecting against gun violence and domestic abuse.
Senators Richard Blumenthal and Amy Klobuchar have proposed legislation prohibiting anyone convicted of domestic violence or stalking and those under temporary restraining orders from owning guns.
The restraining order provisions could pose some problems.
Legal experts say some law-abiding citizens could lose their guns as a result.
You need 2 people. You need the person who's being accused to be able to present their facts.
Christy Salters Martin's husband shot her in the chest. She sees closing the loopholes as a way to save lives.
Let's keep the guns out of the hands of the people that don't need or deserve to have guns. And simply, they're too dangerous.
Survivor groups are prepared to keep pushing for change, but know it will be an uphill battle. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And keeping our eye on the economy, the U.S. economy is growing faster than some economists predicted. The Commerce Department says gross domestic product, or the GDP, expanded at a 4% annual rate in the second quarter. Economists had forecast the economy would grow at a 3% pace. The increase is in part due to strong consumer and business spending. Private sector employment increased by 218,000 jobs from June to July. It's the fourth straight month of employment gains above 200,000. That's according to the ADP National Employment Report. Here's the New York Stock Exchange with our stock market watch. The Dow down 31, NASDAQ up 20. Coming up on News 2, an update on the weather. What are we expecting as we get closer to the weekend? Plus, in our summer fun segment, take a ride in a motorized underwater scooter, custom built to explore the ocean wonders and mysteries in a safe, exciting way. It's an exciting event for the entire family. We'll be right back. Well, are you looking for a fun, adventurous way to explore the sea? Well, Aqua Adventures provides the Boss Tour and Snorkeling Adventure. The Boss is a motorized underwater scooter custom built to explore the ocean wonders and mysteries in a safe, exciting way. BOSS is an acronym for Breathing Observation Submersible Scooter. As you descend, a seal is formed. The scuba tank supplies air to the bubble and you breathe normally. The tour begins when you board the custom dive boat that will take you to the site. Upon arrival, you will begin to explore the brilliant undersea world on your own personal BOSS unit. Professional divers will escort you halfway through the tour. The divers will stop and give you some information with your group of friends and family to take 5 to 6 pictures with your underwater camera. Well, as we mentioned, the BVI is celebrating their Diamond Jubilee 60th anniversary of their BVI Festival. The theme is 60 years of celebration with cultural class. The VI Festival celebration is a celebration of their ancestors' freedom from colonialism and cultural history. During the time, they showcase the culture and history of the people in grand style with extravaganzas of local and international music, pageants, food fairs, juve, parades, gospel celebrations, and folklore presentations. Events kicked off on July 18th and continues until August 9th with the fireworks finale. Tonight, a Calypso show is planned. Thursday, it's Cultural Night, and Friday, August 1st, it's the Cultural Food Fair. Saturday, the BMSA Car Show. Sunday, it's the Beach Bash, and Monday, the big event, it's the Rise and Shine Tramp and the August Monday Parade. Well, as we mentioned, additional screenings for the Island Song, the movie, are scheduled on St. Thomas. Now, tonight you can see it on the 31st here in St. Thomas, and then August 1st at 6 p.m. and 3 p.m. on St. Croix. Now, here's a little behind-the-scenes details on the full film, the actors and those involved. Once you show up to the screening, your name will be recorded, and you will be contacted when they come back next year to do some more shooting. Filmmaker David Massey explained why the VI was a chosen destination.
I was a sportscaster for WBMB. I worked with Aquanet, Shinnery White, Joe Potter, Lee Vanderpool, Paige Stahl. And in addition to doing the sports, I also started a little dance show called Lime Time. I always wanted to shoot a film using the Virgin Islands as a backdrop. I still believe that the Virgin Islands can be a leader when it comes to location. There's 3 actually that have major roles. One was Benny Demas, and then another local actor was George Silcott. There's another gentleman by the name of Bob White. He's on St. Croix. What we're mostly proud of is that we exposed some locations in the Virgin Islands that have never been seen on the movie script. I think that you're going to see some young filmmakers from the Virgin Islands that are going to begin doing some wonderful things here in the island, in the territory.
And good job to all those involved. We look forward to the final product and count on 2 to keep you updated. The Governor's Technology Exploration Summer Initiative kicked off this summer at 3 public schools and 1 nonprofit agency, offering courses in computer and internet-related technology to students in 5th through 8th grade. The initiative has been developed in conjunction with the Department of Education's 21st Century Community Learning Center grant program, which supports facilities that offer academic, artistic, and cultural coursework when schools are not in session. Some of the students have been using their downtime for the summer to enroll in the technology courses, and then they got the opportunity to show off what they learned at the Office of the Governor as they hosted the Technology Initiative Expos on St. Croix on Tuesday at the Office of the Governor in Christiansted, St. Croix, and then here in St. Thomas today at Government House, and we will have more on the initiative on a following newscast. Vitima continues to monitor the weather. An area of strong thunderstorms in the Atlantic is facing some challenges on Wednesday on its path to development. While chances still seem high that this system could become Tropical Depression 3, the surrounding environment is keeping the disturbance weak. The National Hurricane Center is giving the area of thunderstorms a 70% chance of development over the next 5 days. And an update on the